Now, this has been banned, potassium chloride, in capital punishment. So if you look at human rights groups, they say you cannot use this chemical in capital punishment because it's inhumane to kill rapists and murderers this way. But this is exactly the same chemical they use to perform feticide in late-term abortions.
Is the midlifemike clinicals?
It really depends on the kind of abortion. So there's two main kinds. There's medical, which means using pills, or there's surgical. So in a medical abortion, you take 2 pills. The first pill will, deprive the baby of oxygen and nutrients so that it basically suffocates. And then the second pill, misoprostol, will eject the baby and cause, labor and cause a miscarriage. At a very late stage, because the baby could be born alive, like if you do this at 22 weeks, the baby might come out of the womb alive. You have to perform a procedure called feticide, which you can guess what that means. It's the killing of a fetus. And that's one of the reasons for thinking this is a living thing, right? They wouldn't call it feticide if it wasn't alive. Before they do the abortion, they will put a needle through the mother's tummy, and they will stick it into the baby's heart or sometimes into the head, and they will pump in potassium chloride, and that will kill the baby. They still occur. There's still hundreds of them each year in this country. Surgical abortions are quite different. At an early stage, you use a vacuum, so that basically vacuums the baby and destroys the baby through the force of the vacuum. After about 12, 13, 14 weeks, the baby is too kind of big and tough to be vacuumed, and so you have to dismember it. So you basically just pull the limbs off the baby bit by bit. It's horrible to think about, horrible to say. I don't like saying it, but it's just the reality. It's a dismemberment, basically. If the baby's head is too big to remove from the womb, they will have to crush the head in order to bring it out. So it's pretty horrendous. So it's something that, most abortions are in the first trimester. I'm not pretending that most abortions are these horrible, gruesome late-term things. But just as an example, there are 3,000 abortions in this country after 20 weeks each year. So after 20 weeks, 5 months, when the baby's pretty much viable, 3,000 abortions take place by those sorts of methods. And so it's still something that, if 3,000 children were being killed by that method in any other circumstance, we'd say that's way too many. That's 3,000 too many.
Can I challenge you on that? Because
Please,
I've looked at both of these drugs. So you spoke about misoprostol, but mifepristone is the first one that's more common. It's an antiprogestogen, yes, and it causes the cervix and uterine vessels to dilate, and then it causes a contraction. I don't see it anywhere where it's like doing what you're saying.
Man, she just hearing herself talk. That shit just sounds horrible. It sounds horrible. So, I'm midlifemike. This is midlifemike Chronicles. Like, subscribe, and put some comments down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know about your experiences or whatever. I mean, it's a touchy subject, but I mean, somebody got to talk about it. Somebody got to challenge it, and I'm here to do it.